Long Island, New York. My neck cap is truncated, which means the top of my head is truncated. How come you fit nice and perfect? I'm in the kitchen actually. On an island,
Oh,
on one of those islands where it's raised. And I'm sitting on a bar stool, which makes me look taller than I am.
there you go. Yeah, that's
I
right. You
think
actually
many
look a lot
Dachshunds.
more prominent now. Everybody can see your
You know
hat.
what? How about if I take my med hat off? You think I'll lose some inches on the top of my head?
Oh, that's a lot better, Dr.
Now I
J.
look like Spike, not you.
I know, right? You got the spike haircut.
I got the spike.
So looks like when I went to the Met game last week, I was watching the beginning of the Great Unraveling.
Yeah?
Well,
But,
I mean,
okay, who sent you a text at about 2 o'clock when the market was up 54 points saying, I feel it's a short-term bearish? Who sent you that text?
oh,
Did you get that text?
from you?
That was from me. Give me a little credit here. Of
Yeah,
course, I know you deserve a lot of credit. You went short the market even before
right.
that.
Golf clap. Wait, let's see. Golf clap. Golf clap.
Yeah, drum roll. So you decided to short the market by going, "Hey, Greg, how you doing? Glad you could make it. We missed you last week, Greg. Congratulations on a great pick on CUI. CUI is a takeover rumor, and it went up from about 60 pennies from when Greg alerted me to it to about 87 cents now. I think, am I right, Greg? I didn't check it today. I don't know exactly. But it had a very nice pop. It had a really nice pop. And you think it's going to merge, hopefully soon. I think the high of the year was several dollars, $3, $4 on that one. Is that right, Greg? So maybe they get taken out at what the high of the year was, $3, $4. There's still room to buy that one, maybe. I don't know much about it other than Greg gave it to me, and that's good enough. We're going to merge with four companies. Now it's one. Oh, so it may not be much of a pop if that's the case. You never know with those four-way mergers how it comes, what you get out of it as a shareholder. Sometimes you wind up getting FCREWED and those kind of deals. So
Yeah,
maybe,
it's sort of like being in an orgy. You can get
yeah,
lucky or
kind
not.
of. It's an orgy. And do you get the right woman or the wrong woman? How do you, who do you wind up going
Well, that's
with?
if you're lucky.
That's if you're lucky.
Not,
So,
not that I know from experience, because believe me,
yeah,
that's just a nickname. Oh wow.
uh, that wasn't my friend that I was going to put on. If it was, I would have taken her call.
You have a whole melange of sounds coming out of your side of the thing.
I do.
Yes. Well, it'll be entertaining.
It'll be amusing. Maybe if I come closer to the microphone or talk lower,
Well, and your head
it's
gets that much
better.
bigger. It's actually a lot better when you do that because it blocks out all the other ambient noises.
All right, so I'm going to stare right on top of it.
There you go. So you can find out the
Dr.
brand name of your
J
glasses.
whispering into the microphone camera. I look a little funny that day. Greg, who do you like in Monday night's Jet game?
Monday.
23 points. You know, it was 23
uh,
points yesterday, Spike. The line. The Vegas line was
hmm
23 points, and the bookies had to move it to
It was
22 because they were getting
four.
so much jet money. Do you believe that story? Do you believe that story that they moved it to
That's
22 because
something.
they were getting so much jet money?
You're talking about the check.
I'm
Yes.
switching from
I guess they were
switching
getting too much
from I'm switching from
tax.
CY to the Jets.
Well, okay.
I'm talking about jet money,
So
man.
the spread was
We're
24 and a
getting
half.
the bookies were getting tons of jet money at 23 points. That Patriots Monday night's game, but They moved it to 22
When it goes
points. You know why?
to
You think
25,
that's because they want to get more jet money or less jet money? What's your thinking on that? Spike, you with me? Or are we having
win
a...
too much, and so they had to change the spread.
I can't hear you and you can't hear me. This is going to be some great conversation.
Now that I put my
Your
microphone up,
microphone, you're not talking into your
I
microphone.
s-
Either that or I'm going deaf.
microphone.
I think I'm going deaf. I think this has got to be like the world's
Well,
worst
oh,
video with audio quality ever.
actually,
We're going to lose our entire audience unless we figure out these audio
well,
qualities.
perhaps then.
Except for Greg. Greg stays with me no matter what. Loyalist guy in the world. He don't care if I mumble, if I talk too loud. Right, Greg, you're with me. No more football? What do you think of the Mets? You think they can hang in there for a wild card, Greg?
Hell, give us some good news, Greg.
Greg, can the Mets squeeze out a wild card? I think they can. Well, miracles happen if let's say they win the next 10 games, they run the table. Milwaukee and Chicago both have to go no lose at least 3 games out of 10. That's possible. Very possible. And the Jets could win 10 in a row like nothing. It's not likely, but it's
Have to start
possible.
with Patriots.
It's in the realm of possibilities. Wait a second. I'm
Start
going
with
to
the
make it more
Patriots.
likely. I'm putting my Met cap back on.
You could spread.
My Met cap goes back on. And in fact, Spike, Spike, what do you do when you
Yeah.
want to rally?
Throughout-
What do you do to your hat when you want to rally? I can't hear you at all, Spike.
Let me see if this helps at all.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going totally
Okay.
deaf.
You really can't hear me, right?
Now I hear you perfect.
Oh,
See, my
I
question is,
was.
what do you do when you want to rally your team? You turn the cap around.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. The official rally cap is actually when you wear it inside out.
Inside out is too much for Dr. J because I'm already half
Only
inside.
something.
If I inside out, the inside out, the right side right. You notice I have a hole in my head. You notice that I have a hole in my head,
Yes.
right? All right, I just wanted to make sure. Hey, Greg, you still with us? Jeff, how you doing, Jeff?
Hey,
Good afternoon, Jeff. I think it's heading towards the PM, right? It's heading towards the evening hours. The markets are closed, and now we have to look forward to, I think, a week on the downside next week, but short term. As I texted Spike earlier, Dr. J at about 2 o'clock turned officially short term bearish. Just short term. Put your hat backwards for a rally. Thank you, Greg. You are correct. That is officially the rally caps on. Rally caps on. Do you have your net cap on, Greg? You want to come on with us, Greg? If you have your rally cap on, I'll let you on with us, provided you have a camera.
right. Met fans only.
This is for Met fans and any kind of fans. Like, I don't care. But I want to see a cap. How's that? So anybody who has a cap can come on with us. Jeff, did you have a cap? Want to come on with us? You a fan? Met fan, Yankee fan, Patriots fan? I don't care what kind of fan. As long as you're not a Golden
Patriots.
State fan. Tired of them being champs all the time. I know we beat them last year with Toronto. Mariana Davis. Hello. Happy to see you too. Where do you hail from, Mariana? Uh, Actually, ABXS, I had a ton of, Greg. I wound up losing on it, even though I ran it up from something like 2 to 30. I wasn't smart enough to sell a lot at the top, and I actually managed to lose on that trade. Don't ask me how. There's many
Oh, it's
things
okay.
happening in the fourth quarter, so many
Gotta
catalysts.
love it.
There's been so many catalysts as long as I remember that stock. Adaptus has a million trials going on and so on. The immunotherapy drugs. But I like CBM for immunotherapy. Gert Kirsten, the CEO, in an interview in June, which Rodney pointed out to me, Gert was as optimistic I've ever heard any CEO before data. This guy was buying into his own company and talking about other insiders buying in, even though he rated the odds on the upside at least 10 to 1. He said the company would be worth anywhere between 3 billion and 12 billion market cap if the data is good. And the company is now selling at 300, the market cap is at 300 million. So that's anywhere from 10 times to 40 times, right? Am I right? 10 times to 40 times. 4 billion to 12 billion. 4 billion is a little more than 10 times. So 12, whatever it is, it's a tremendous, even if we take the bottom range, even if he's overshooting, 3 billion is still 10 times. So let's say you get $80 a share on good data. He thinks the company is a favorite of having good data in the head and neck cancer trial. If you're a favorite and you're getting 10 to 1 odds, that's like ridiculous. So I'm not. I'm going to say they're 2 to 1 underdog. How's that? The risk reward. A 2 to 1 underdog. If you put down 10 grand, the most you can lose is 10 grand, right? But you can make 80 grand, and you only one out of 3 times you're going to make the 80 grand. That's a good risk reward ratio. And I'm being very conservative there. Spike, you don't know much about the fundamentals there, right? Nothing about the
No, I
fundamentals.
do not. I'm listening to you talk, and I'm just enjoying it.
Well, the fundamentals are
You can
this.
make me
I'll
money
talk
too, just like you make
from the listener.
anybody
I'm
else money.
following this one. The CEO is a fellow by the name of Gert Kirsten. He's been with the company for as long as I can remember, which is since the company was born. He was the initial CEO, founder of the company, I believe. Although I could be wrong about that, but I played this company as early as 2000, in and out, or 2001. Remember the early bird flu scares? CVM was one of those bird flu companies, sell side. I made good money on sell side when just on nonsense, on air. I just traded it with the bird flu scare. I made about 4 times my money. And anyway, he's developed something called leaps, which is I think has to do with um, skipping of chromosomes or editing of chromosomes or something like that. I don't know the I really don't know the science. It's multi-time is a pure immunotherapy play. That's his main candidate for success. Essentially, they're one drug pony. Essentially, one horse pony, one show pony, whatever that is. They have one drug, and it's multi-time. If that's a bust, they're a bust. So if you put up 20 grand, you're either going to make zero, you're going to get zero back, or you're going to get 200K. That's how I look at that play. Uh, there's something called an IDMC committee that follows these trials. It's an FDA committee, independent data monitoring something or other committee, I guess. IDMC. Something like that. I may have the exact words wrong for the acronym, but it's a data
Give it to
monitoring.
everybody next talk.
And they determine, does the trial continue, does the trial stop, when should it continue, and when should it stop, that kind of stuff. And they've been recommending continue, continue, continue. But it's interesting, to continue means that they haven't achieved a milestone of uh, 298 events, an event being a death. Now, I think the typical survival rate is 3 years for head and neck cancer stage 4, or advanced, whatever it's called. So they're only treating the advanced cases, and they're treating it first before the standard of care. So they're administering multi-time day one of diagnosis, followed by surgery, followed by radiation and standard of care. Standard of care is like 3 years life survival, expected life survival, something like that. So if they beat it by just 3 months, they've met their primary endpoint. But they look like they're beating it by way more than that so far, because of the length of time that it's taken to reach the 298. It should have happened already. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can see it. But he says it better than me, and he says it in an interview in June. Which, if you look at the comments on our last vlog, this fellow Rodney put the link in, so you could look at that and get it directly from the CEO's lips instead of my lips. He knows his company a little better than me. He's been investing in it himself, as has as have other insiders, I believe. Anyway, I have a pretty fair amount of that. It's it won't be the end of
I'm
the
looking
world
at.
if I go bulk on it, but I wouldn't like it. I have enough of enough big enough size amount that I'm going to say, ouch, that hurts. So if it's bust, I'm not going to be happy. If it's boom, I'll be very happy. Uh, so that's the story
Do you
with
know the
that.
symbol for that one? I was going to take a look at it.
Yeah, well, we could look at it. We could look at it any time. Um,
Is the symbol CBM or does it have a different symbol?
CVM, yeah, I'm gonna put it up right now. I was gonna look at the Dow first, but I don't have to. Put it up. Let me just. I'm gonna have to share screen.
Okay.
Greg, are you finding the sound okay if you're still there?
Yeah, Greg is. So in the
Got a
meantime,
lot of Gregs. Uh, I also want to. I also want to. I also want to take a peek at the live presentation that they're doing on YouTube. Make sure YouTube is working. Seems to be. Yeah. All right. There's only half a dozen people on with us right now. That's okay. I don't know if it's still Marianne and Greg and Jeffrey. It could be other people. This is probably not a very good hour. 5 o'clock. People coming home from work.
yeah, I think
I
maybe.
think Friday later is better.
I think that would make more sense. Well, we'll end up finding a time that everybody's comfortable with.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, remember the old Wall Street week with Louis Lukaiser?
Hmm? Oh yeah, yes, I do. He was.
That was
Yeah, he was
a great
Friday
show.
evening. I loved his show.
He was almost as funny as me.
Almost. But yes,
Almost.
no, I loved his show.
He had great
He always
wit.
gave, he had good guests and he always had great insights.
Didn't he have a great intro? It was a terrific monologue he had,
Yeah.
always. And he had some regulars on that were pretty knowledgeable, and then he had guests, and he had like a panel discussion. That's what I want to do. But I
Jerry.
also want to stay in
Uh,
both.
excuse me, Dr. J. I was. You know, just while I was watching the financial news channels today, and just sort of wanted to get a feel. When I was watching them this morning, things were looking hunky dory, and then all of a sudden the market went down 129 points. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, does this look like next week is going to be a particularly bad week?
Well, when I look at it, when I sent you my text that it's going to go down, I was looking at, I was thinking about a 3 to 4% correction from the top. I think we now have a wall at the top because we
That's what it
quite
sounds like to me. I was gonna say it seems like that the trying to hit those new highs might just be a big point of resistance.
absolutely. We've tried about 4 times and failed. I'll show you quickly on the Dow chart before we look at CVS. I'm going to do share screen. Well, it should help your VIX play.
Well, it certainly did. I just went up a couple hundred. I'm not going to say how much because I don't actually bet all that much, and I did say bet. Yes, my VIX did get a little bit of a boost today.
Yeah, I had to do something called add to Chrome. I don't know what that's called. Communication, add extension.
Because if you want, I have both the VIX and the S&P up. If you want me to share my screen.
I've got it, I've got it. Share screen, I'll try it again. Don't show these upgrade to Chrome. I don't want to upgrade. All right, looks like it's okay. I think it's okay. There's the upward channel that I drew, and it's also the top of that channel is an upward trend line, and they've been consistently below that trend line and consistently above this one. So we're in a channel. I mean, if we stay in that channel, we're okay. But as soon as we bust through that channel, we're probably looking something like the 100 day for support. Technically, it's not that terrible yet, but look at this wall. I did a straight line. There's
Yeah,
a lot of hits. It's not a double. It's not a triple.
that's not a
It's
wall.
about a quadruple top, something like that. So I did not like that top. I did not like the fact that we could not make a new high this week. We came short of last week's high. If you notice, this is lower. And I didn't like that doji, and I don't like this candle one bit, the candle from today. So there's a lot of things I don't like. I mean, this is a terrible candle. We traded higher and got a big whiff relative to the small body. I don't like it. What's the like? You get confirmation on Monday with a break below this line. I think we're probably looking at maybe the hundred for support. 26, 3, what is that,
Wow.
350?
Well, like I
So I
said,
think if we go
that's good news
down
for my that's good news
at
for my
least,
VIX.
at least 26, 350 from the high, which was 27, I don't know, whatever it was. 27, let's see what it was. 27, 306. About 1,000 points, which is about 3%, a little bit more. So that's what I'm figuring, 3% correction. But first I want to see it on Monday go below this trend line. It's not much of a trend line, but it's my trend line.
Hmm.
I mean, you could draw trend lines any which way. So this is the way I chose to draw it. It has about 3 hits. This is the key point right here, and then this one here, and another key point here. So it has three hits, this one being three and this one being two. The others are not so important, but here's the first
Which
hit.
one is that purple one? Dr. J, which one is that purple one?
This is important low right here.
One.
So this is a good trend line, I think.
Okay.
And it's also fairly parallel to the upper trend line, so I like it. The channel. The Dow is showing a lot of strength in this channel, but yet can't bust out above the high. I think if it doesn't next week, it will go below. I don't think it's going to stay in this. If it stays in the channel, it would make a new high, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so my feeling is Monday or Tuesday, it goes below this lower line. And then if that happens, I think we correct all the way to about 3%. About. That would be my best estimate for the correction. I don't think it'll be a long-lived correction. Maybe a week. So you might have a week, and then we come back. We gather the truth, right? We speak to the mountain camp, whatever, and we gather, and then make another assault on that top. That's how I see the Dow, and the S&P is very similar, right? Again, you have a wall at the top, and you have one of these funnels that I don't like. There's not much room for this funnel to continue, so usually they break to the downside.
Right.
So you have more evidence of weakness perhaps. And the thing that really bugged me was Amazon's chart. As Amazon goes, so goes the market. And Amazon's chart looks very weak to me. We had a crossover between the 50 and 100. I didn't like that on Amazon. So let me just type it Amazon. Amazon. Let me get Amazon. Amazon. A
Amazon's really in
M
a trading range, isn't it?
E M. Amazon looked weak to Dr. J. I'm looking to buy somewhere I think the bottom is. But I don't think we're there yet. Amazon. Where are you?
Like I said, I could put it. Oh, you have it. Okay.
I got it. Coach. It's a little slower because I've seen that. I think that shows up everything. Full screen. I'm using my HP laptop. I know it's terrible audio quality, and I tried to put in my blue microphone, which would have improved the quality, but
Yeah.
my hand wasn't steady enough to do it, so I just couldn't plug it in. All right, so this is the chart on Amazon. Notice we had a cross of this must be the 50, crossing the
Hmm.
100
Right.
right here. I don't know what my color scheme is, especially with this black background. I wish I could figure out how to get rid of that. Probably an easy way to do it, but I
So
somehow my whole all of Chrome turned black on me. I don't know what I did. Maybe somebody was
when the
telling
um
me.
when the price seems to be squeezing right in between the 50 and the 100, are we? Is that a good sign for a trading? For it doesn't look like it's going to be a breakout. Is that just a sign for a trading range, or is
Right
that?
now, I think we're heading down more. I think
You think it's a?
we
You think
bust.
it's
I
a
think we're going to go
stagnant?
below the 200 on price.
Interesting.
I mean, this is not a good signal, of course. So the plus the slope of the 50. You see the slope of
Right.
the 50? It's sloping down.
Yeah.
Negative
It doesn't
slope.
look like it does not look like it's hitting up towards the 50. You're right. It looks more like it's going down below the
Oh, this
200.
is the 50, the one that's sloping down.
Gotcha.
The one that crossed. It's 50 crossed 100, which is negative. Not a good sign. Right at this point. At this point, Amazon was up then 18, 1850, something like that. So it's already dropped a little, but I think it drops more. It doesn't have to. Maybe that's it for Amazon. Maybe if I go up to 300 and they're good. I don't know. But I think it has potential to drop even more. When I texted you in the morning, I said I don't like this crossover. I don't like the action on Amazon backing off from resistance. I thought before to test support, which it did. And will it go below that? I don't know. If it does, we're looking at a low of 1680 as support. 1680 area. And that would be a good buy. If it's anything below 17, I think I jump in. I like Amazon, but I like it a lot below 17, put it that way.
Below
Apple is not
1700.
behaving that well either for a superstar. Not today, anyway. The chart is looking not so great to me. There are a lot of reasons that for my call. Not only did the S&P, the Dow, the IWM look weak, but so did Amazon, so did Apple. The chart looked weak to me. So from my perspective, the room for that 3 to 4% decline on the Dow, S&P, and maybe more, probably a lot more on Apple and Amazon. And without Apple and
You don't think
Amazon,
that you don't think that new iPhone is going to give a little bit of artificial restoration to Apple?
is it really any good? I don't know. I heard mixed things. I'm certainly not. I'm certainly happy enough with my 10, whatever it is, 10s. Apple, Apple, whole screen. I don't know how the screen turned white again, but I'm
Yeah, Apple's
happy.
chart looks, Apple's chart looks a lot better than Amazon's.
It doesn't look great. It's below the trend line. Here's the upper trend line. See? I'll quickly draw it in. I would think the trend line, if we started from here,
Right.
I would draw it right, something like that. When it exaggerated a little bit, I want it down there. Ah, turns out it's exactly where I want it. That's better. There you go. So you see what happened today? Busted below that trend line.
Yes.
So I'm not in love with this. And then we have this high, which doesn't have any confirmation to that high. It's a high, tiny little candle that turned negative. I don't like that. I don't like it. Something very wrong with the picture. I think Apple gives back at least to the 50, maybe as far as the 100, that 201. Apple could give back a lot more than the Dow, put it that way. I could see it giving back 16 points, 15 points. So that would be 7.5%, right?
Hmm.
Even if it comes right back down to the 50, that's at about figure 209, 210. Figure 210. So you're looking at 5% from, more than 5% from the
Yeah,
top. Top is 224. So, it's going to take I think the Apple's going to take a little bit of a hit. And so is Amazon. And those are the two market leaders. Therefore, I just put it all together and said, not good. Short-term weakness, long-term very bullish, very, very bullish. Come back and go through the wall. We have what have we got? Probably a double top here too. Let's see. So we made a new high here, right? So that's a good sign. There's my horizontal. Is this the old high? I guess so. So we made a new high, so it looks a little bit better than the Dow chart. Dow chart really looks sucky. But this too is coming, look at this. Look at this triangle in here. It's, it's come to the apex of the triangle and it's starting to come out of the triangle to the downside. I don't like it. My feeling is
Um,
short-term weakness. I could be
if you look
wrong.
at the 2 year,
I
it's
hope I'm wrong.
do me a favor, just look at the 2 year for a second, actually.
Can you
So
talk
instead of
to the
just going,
mic? Maybe you should shout into your mic. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I said if you look at the 2 year,
The
instead of looking at the
two-year,
short section, what's going on?
you're talking about the treasury?
The 2 year chart instead of the 1 year chart. Right
Oh,
now
two-year
you have
chart.
an yeah. I just wanted to just
Gotcha.
have you take a look at it for a sec.
Okay, the interval is now weekly on the two-year chart. Let's make it 5 years, or 2 years. So here we have a weekly chart, and we have the same kind of picture pretty much, except we did not make an all-time high. Because
Right.
this looks like the all-time high. So what we made was a relative high relative to the previous one.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, if the
it
weekly
just shows how
shows
much of
a
a resistance
high,
this
a
is.
low, and a higher high, a high, a low, a higher high, and a higher low. The weekly
Uh,
was still in a bull market. The daily, we're not. So if you look at the weekly, we're still in a bull market. Doesn't look bad. But that's two perspectives.
hmm
Can you talk into the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just agreeing with you, like I often do.
You don't have to. Yeah, I'm not Donald Trump. Am I Donald
I
Trump?
think I think the bottom line here is that we're gonna be heading into a rough week.
If I were Donald Trump, then you'd have to agree with me. Do you agree that
Right.
you have to
Exactly.
agree with me?
Dr. J, I think you're on the ball today,
All right.
and as a result, I do believe you. It seems to me, like we said, that these highs are more than just a brick wall, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have to be
mean, there's a
busting
lot
through
of
them
corroborating
in the
evidence
next
for
5 days.
that. Yeah, it's not just whimsical. I think I feel short-term weakness. I kind of see it in a lot of places, and except for CVM, I don't see it there. Let's look at CVM. I mean, you could. I didn't
Right.
really look at the chart for CVM. I like the fundamentals, but I think the chart held up. It made a new high past 9. It busted through that wall, but that's the good news. Bad
Oh
news
no,
is
no.
it didn't last more than a
CVM
day.
is a lot prettier than anything else we've seen today.
Probably, probably. Full screen. What is that? I want to look at a few biotechs if we have time. Full screen. I still think the IBD will come to life by the end of the year, as is and the IWM. All right, CVM finally busted through what are we in the weekly chart? We're in the weekly chart. Let's get to the daily chart. I think I'll go back to the other day. We busted through the $9 mark on Monday. 9. 17. We hit 964 before turning negative on the day, right? That's how it looks. Let me see if I can use my fingers to expand this a little bit. I think this is touch screen. There you go. Okay, so I expanded it. This was a breakthrough of 9 as well. This was Monday, the green arrow, the green day. So we had now I can't see the high and low because I made it too big. But that was above 9. And the next day made even a newer high, but it collapsed that day. Still did not get the whole green candle back. We have an upward trend line, nice upward trend line. Let's draw that in. Draw, little trend line. Uh, so we're on the cusp of going below that trend line, but certainly we didn't. And it's looking pretty damn good, CVM. I think until data, it's going to plateau probably. It's going to have a trading range. I think the trading range will be right from the low of the day where we made the high to the high of the day the next day where we reverse. So my trading range for CVM until we get data would be this low, I don't know what it is, and this high, which is about 960. I'd have to shrink it again. I only shrink it. I guess I don't have to use my hands to shrink it, but one way. So the 797 would be my low for the trading range, and my high would be 964, about about buck and a buck 40, something like that. Trading buck 40, buck 40 something. Let's say $1.50 trading range. I think
Oh,
we're going to be in a
for
narrow
$8
trading range
stock.
until we
It's
get data.
a lot of action for an $8 stock.
Can you put into the mic again? Keep the
Yeah,
mic
no, I
right
said
by your mouth.
for an $8.50 stock, I guess that's a pretty good variance.
If you like the Atlantic City, you like CDM. If you like Vegas, you like CDM. If you like complete flats, you like CDM. If you like to play roulette, you like CDM. And if you like to play roulette with a slight bias table, you really like CDM
That's funny.
because there's a little tilt in the wheel on CDM.
So,
So
Dr. J, Spike is going to have to come offline right now because it's time for dinner.
okay, Spike, you did good.
Okay, we will.
I'm going to finish up with myself looking at a few more stocks. Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
I'll talk to you later, maybe.
Sounds great.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right, so I'm not going anywhere. So Spike had to leave. I'm going to continue just for a few minutes more. I want to do Geron, an old friend. Geron, where are you, Geron? Geron, where are you, Geron? So we're going to stay on another 5 minutes or so to look at Geron. 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 Geron's been interesting lately because, as we get closer to starting its phase 3 trial for MDS, the interest is getting greater again, and we have a brokerage with a $4 price tag. That came out a little while ago. So let's give Geron a quick look. Some of my old Geron buddies, how you doing? Hello to Port Royal. Hello to John Bailey. Hello to all my friends at Carol. Okay, so what have we here, Carol? I want to blow this up a little bit. Okay, so this is the 100. This must be the 200, and this is the 50. So the 50 is trading below the 200, which is trading below the 100. Well, at least the 200 is trading below the 100, or is it? Now they're about even. Uh, the price action lately, though, has the price above the 50. That's slightly bullish. Now, if we can turn this slope up a little bit more, get a little bit more of a rally, and the 50 starts catching up to the 100 and the 200 with a little rally, and take out this high, then we're off to the races. We got to take out $1.64. We're right at support at both the 100 and the 200. What did it do today? Low of 138. That I don't know. But it came off the low nicely to close that support. So we're right at support, and it looks like further support will be the 50 right down here. It's been in a nice trading range. At least it hasn't, for many weeks now, it hasn't gone below, let's say, $1.33, which is a good sign. Let's just draw a couple of horizontal lines quickly on this one. And of course, you go on folks know a lot more about the fundamentals these days. I haven't been following John Scarlett's daily movement. I took my detective off of him. So detective go elsewhere. So there we have the bottom end of the trading range, this straight line right here, which is essentially the 50. And the top should be just what you see here, a little higher. Okay, so here we have the trading range. We're clearly in the top half of the trading range. That's a good place to be. So if you like Chevron right now, it looks like you can buy it because we're in the middle of the trading range and we're at support, and it's quite likely we take another run at $1.63. The market as a whole is a little weak now, so if you want, you can wait and try to pick it up towards the bottom of the trading range at about 135. So for a trade, it looks very, very nice. Either immediately, we're looking for the 163, or you pick it up or try to pick it up a few pennies less, still looking for 163 or 160. Let's say you look for the close, 159. So you might want to look for 159 here. And long term, if you like the fundamentals of the polymer drugs, uh, are metal stacks, I'm probably saying it wrong, then you can save a portion, trade a portion, save a portion. For full disclosure, I liquidated my entire position. I figured I could put my money to better use, at least short term. Doesn't mean I won't be back in this thing again. As we get closer to the start and maybe the conclusion of the trials, I very well will be back in this baby. Uh, so you might want to let me know what you think of Sharon, what the opinion is on the stock switch board. I haven't been reading it that carefully. But leave a comment. Love to hear from you guys. Some of my friends that the share on board. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing and say goodnight to everybody. At least when you try. Okay, I'm back. At least I think I am. It's good. All right, so all I want to say is give us a follow if you haven't already. Click at the subscribe button down there, wherever it is. And share the link, to tell your friends about it. And good trading for next week. Hope everybody makes a ton of money, whether you're long, you're short, you're sideways, whatever you are. And see you all next week. It's Friday, but hopefully at a later time. I think 5 o'clock is just too early. And I will try to resolve my audio difficulties. I promise. It should be easily resolvable. I want to say shout out to all my friends, to JD from Dallas, Texas, to Puffy, to Jigglypuff, to Greg, to Port Royal, to Musketeer, to I got so many friends, to Ryzen Vixen, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Kamal Ali, Ali Dalal, who am I forgetting? Probably a lot of people. Cabinet guys, I could go on and on and on. But it's really good seeing you guys. I know it was a bad time of day. Many of you didn't even get home from work yet and didn't know about this forecast. So I don't expect that I had too many live viewers, but hopefully you'll catch me over the weekend if you haven't already. Adios, shalom, au revoir, ciao.